Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, came back and stood in front of Parliament to answer for what happened at the weekend on her trip to, let's say, where is it? A trip to China. So, whilst Rachel Reeves was in China, the UK economy wasn't getting any better. There was no growth, which we've been promised since the October budget. So guys, Rachel Reeves, I have to give her a little bit of credit. She stood up for herself today in Parliament, where she answered questions from the opposition. But there's one thing about Rachel Reeves that links her to Keir Starmer. They're both so robotic. There's no emotion in either of them. But I must say, at least Rachel Reeves comes out and she will face the music, whereas Keir Starmer runs away and hides and pretends nothing's going on. Anyway, so I've had a bit of fun doing a few shorts on what happened today in Parliament with Rachel Reeves trying to make sense of her trip to China, where apparently she negotiated deals for £600 million, which is really just a splash in the ocean of the money that we need to really drive this UK economy. Anyway, let's forget about that. But there was one interesting thing, and it's just one thing that just shows you that everything is interrelated, it's interlinked, and you can't get away from anything. So I just want to play you this quick piece and maybe make some comments on it. And it basically just shows you that you can run, but you can't hide.
Carla Lockhart.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and can I thank the Chancellor for her statement. China, New York, Washington, Toronto and Brussels to build economic relationships, yet won't take time to speak with the Ulster Farmers Union, the NFU, the Farmers Union of Wales, the NFU Scotland, to hear firsthand the devastating impact that her death tax is going to have on family farms and small businesses.
Death tax. So by saying the death tax, I think we're referring to the inheritance tax on farmers that is literally going to break up farms that have been farming for generation upon generation. So I think it's quite right. It is a death tax because it's going to kill the farming industry. But I just want to play that again because it was really interesting from what this lady said.
Carla Lockhart.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and can I thank the Chancellor for her statement. China, New York, Washington, Toronto and Brussels to build economic relationships, yet won't take time to speak with the Ulster Farmers Union, the NFU, the Farmers Union of Wales, the NFU Scotland, to hear firsthand the devastating impact that her death tax is going to have on family farms and small businesses. When will the Chancellor realise no matter what deal she does around the world, and I welcome them, Rome is burning around her.
Rome is burning around her while she's making these £600 million deals.
Tax is going to have on family farms and small businesses. When will the Chancellor realise no matter what deal she does around the world, and I welcome them, Rome is burning around her. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy, and therefore will she commit to meet with me on behalf of the thousands of farmers whose farms are going to be decimated by her death tax?
Chancellor. I've had the opportunity on a couple of occasions now to meet the First Minister and the Deputy First Minister from Northern Ireland, and I'm sure that my right honourable friend, the Environment Secretary, would be happy to meet with colleagues from Northern Ireland. But the truth is, Madam Deputy Speaker, we inherited a £22 billion black hole.
Like parrot fashion, this is almost like brainwashing. £22 billion black hole, this, that and a third. It's just the same old, same old.
The public finances from the party opposite, and to ensure that we can stabilise our public finances, we had to make difficult decisions on taxes. And at the moment, we hear from the party opposites, they don't like the increases in taxes, but they want the increases in public spending. Well, Madam Deputy Speaker, you can't have it both ways.
So she just said, Madam Deputy Speaker, you can't have it both ways. But from the way they presented the plans moving forward for the budget, it looks like this government has wanted it both ways. Because if you ask the employers, with the NIC increases, then this government is asking for both ways. They're asking for the employers to employ more people, but then they're saying to the employers then, but you have to pay more tax on top of that. You can't have it both ways yourself. I'm sorry.
Taxes, and at the moment we hear from the party opposites they don't like the increases in taxes but they want the increases in public spending. Well, Madam Deputy Speaker, you can't have it both ways.
And I agree, you can't have it both ways. So this government is saying that they're going to fix the foundations, they're going to make a lot of growth in the UK economy, but by taxing the literal life out of the economy, how are they going to get growth? I don't understand. If you know, please let me know down here in the comment section, because I'm left scratching my head at all parts of Rachel Reeves' speech. But I think it's really important to hear again how the farmers have been affected, and the farmers are going back into this. So it's not just England, not just Scotland, not just Wales, but it's Northern Ireland. It is over the whole of the United Kingdom that the farming industry has been decimated. So I really hope that Rachel Reeves listens and basically has a change of heart and will start to look at the farmers, will start to look at the old age pensioners, will start to look at the WASPy women, will start to look at the case with the families with 2 children or more, this, that, and everything else. There is so much. We'll start to look at how they look at education with the tax they're going to put on the schools. It just doesn't stop, does it? It doesn't stop. Anyway, guys, I hope you look after yourselves. You look after each other. And the reason I'm laughing is because this is only going to get worse. And if you didn't laugh, you didn't smile, you would cry and weep. And that's what we're doing. We are weeping. Really weeping. Make certain you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and please come back, subscribe to Torn It TV.